Good morning or afternoon, depending on where you are currently residing, and welcome to today's episode of Market Check, brought to you by Because Bitcoin. Reminder that there is no second best daily YouTube live stream to talk about markets. Welcome, guys. Happy Tuesday. I hope you all had a fantastic day on Monday yesterday to start your week. Ushering in another week of lots of volatility, hopefully, and lots of pumping of our bags at the end of the day, right? I mean, that's all we can ask for, right? But welcome, guys. I'm Snorlax. You guys also know me as Tommy. I'm joined by Tucker, Dr. Will's Outlook, also referred to as Dr. Janet Yellen. Real quickly, guys, before we get started and cooking and sharing all that juicy alpha, we really appreciate when you guys smash that like button before we get started. And it looks like Max is not here today, so I'm going to be the one to bug you guys. I want us to be able to reach. I mean, we really should be pushing like 100 likes a stream, given how easily we hit it when we really bug you guys. I'm just being honest. Like last week, I think we hit, 125 live on stream. So I definitely know that you guys have a little bit left in the tank. It's Tuesday. I mean, we just started the new week. You guys should be full of energy and full of likes to be distributing. But welcome, guys. Like I said, let's give a little bit of a rundown of what we're seeing so far this morning. We are seeing a bit of mean reversion off of the pump that we had yesterday. That's a very common theme from Tuesday, commonly nicknamed this year as Tuesday. That basically every move that we have on a Monday gets faded on Tuesday. That's what we're seeing so far today. And I'm very interested to see if, this continued thesis that we've been talking about plays out, if it's going to be one of those things where FTM potentially leading Bitcoin with the pattern that it painted, the double bottom pattern, which would eventually lead to new highs on Bitcoin, or whether or not the low is not in, we stab 38, 39K, we get a much deeper rinse. And that opens the door probably for new adventures, into the end of the year. And of course, January, probably some really good discounts on altcoins in that hypothetical scenario. Bitcoin's still waiting to show its hand, I think. I mean, but altcoins today are really the, probably the assets that are unsurprisingly being hit hard. Anytime this year that Bitcoin has really bled at all, that's been the case. I mean, that's really cryptocurrency in general, right? Bitcoin goes down, altcoins go down more. There were some somewhat encouraging moves off the low on some of these altcoins that we're going to have to see if they can stick structurally, right? I mean, they're going to have to be able to survive Tuesday here to do it. But I do think we're seeing somewhat of encouraging signs on altcoins. And I will say I'm a little bit surprised to see crypto down today, but coin catching the bid that it is. I find that to be very, very interesting. Coin trading above 160, despite the fact that crypto has been bleeding basically since Asia session. Equities, the opposite. No bleed. They don't even know what a dip is. Equities had a very, very tiny one yesterday, but it's essentially only, especially when you look at some of these individual names like a Tesla and other EV companies. Just for example, one sector of potential outperformance, I feel like we're really starting to see individuals catch that rotation out of indexes. And really that bid further down the risk curve is starting to emerge. Dr. Will's Outlook has been talking about that a ton over the last few weeks, about how these low and mid caps are not only looking primed, but in a perfect position for capital to be able to begin rotating into them. And that's exactly what we're seeing. So welcome, guys. Hope you've all had a fantastic start to your Tuesday. What are we seeing in the markets today?
Yeah, man. I think my baby soul's looking pretty nice still, not gonna lie. But no, you made a good point about
Tucker,
coin.
did you get another 0.0075% on Sol?
Oh, Will, we've talked about this, brother. Your
Go ahead,
boy's
bro.
in from
Go ahead.
much lower. Okay, so I'm gonna keep pumping my own bags. All right, it is what it is. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, coin. You made this point. You can make the point. Go ahead, make the point, Tommy. Make the point.
I think the fact that coin looks so strong today makes me think that the move that we've had on crypto so far this morning is probably a false one, an incorrect one. But maybe I'm wrong there, and it's just distribution out of Bitcoin into coin. But I feel like I haven't really seen that rotation play out before. But I have seen coin, I would say, lead Bitcoin and Ethereum on a lower time frame at times this year. And we did have an announcement yesterday that basically makes it all but certain the ETF is approved. It's just a matter of when that's going to be. So I would imagine if we get an ETF approval this week, that coin would go completely ballistic in that scenario.
For sure. Can you imagine what Bitcoin would do?
What do you guys think about the scenario that basically everybody is getting faded and doesn't even realize what's coming, and then the market's pulling back into the scenario that they already know what's coming?
Jesus, I need that mask gif. When there are numbers running around the screen. It was too deep, Will.
So I think what I think is the market is falsely moving against the narrative that we already know the ETF's coming at this point, right? We already know it's already approved at this point. It's just a matter of when do they launch. When launch, right? When launch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
we knew it's coming already for like 2 months, basically.
Yeah.
And at this point, with the listings that were put up yesterday, arguably, I'd say, everybody knows what's coming. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're sitting outside window shopping. That's basically it. And you know how we feel about window shoppers. Window shoppers never get what they try to achieve in life. I would say, overall, like, just looking at this from a higher time frame perspective, this reminds me of the FOMC, right? The FOMC, every time it was going to dip, they would run it up. Every time it was going to rip, they would run it down. And arguably, I think that's what we're seeing right now, right? We're seeing crypto go boring. Don't look over here. Look at my magic hand, the right one, the small hand, all that stuff, and really the left hand's already in your pocket stealing your money, right? The Las Vegas Strip magicians, aka. It's an interesting aspect that I think just so many people tend to fade, and it's the easiest play in the world. It's just play the narrative, play the momentum, play the trend. Don't get caught up in the smaller, and Jack has brought this up the other day. He's like, man, I'm just done with these smaller time frame moves. Yeah, because that's what those smaller time frame moves are intended to do. They're intended to get you to feel like you're dumb, get you to feel like the market is too choppy for you to participate. And in reality, if you look at it from a higher time frame, it's just literally just buy and hold and wait for the mood to play out. As long as you have patience, obviously, right? If you don't have patience, you're just done. But like, as long as you have patience, I think that you're gonna be a benefactor of this market when it actually explodes and doesn't implode like everybody's predicting is going to happen. I love the implosion post on CT. It's absolutely amazing.
12K is still the target, Will. Don't forget.
12K is still in play.
Yeah, it's still in play. We're gonna be at 80K Bitcoin still in play. Go ahead.
That lower time frame, as you talked, Will, right? That lower time frame is to make you feel like if we lose this low, it's so over. And then our time frame is just
Look at the sweep on ETH, man. It literally couldn't be better.
That's legit what I just talked about.
Yeah.
ETH is interesting because I generally talk a lot of shit about ETH. I do, because I think the gains are similar to Bitcoin, and when you look at it from that perspective, I'm looking to either outpace Bitcoin or hold Bitcoin. But I would say ETH should more than likely outpace it, right? It's a younger asset, less liquidity, blah blah blah. But I would also say if you were to draw a line across the highs, Tucker, there on ETH, just all the general highs other than where we are, straight across to your left, you're well above support here, right? You've already broken out of the range. And I think so many people are not acknowledging that. And really, you've pretty much came back and retested it on top of that, right? You
Look at
retested
that.
it, ran through it, and used it as support. What's the expectation here, right? What is the expectation here? I think
3060.
That.
I think a lot of people are
Yeah.
just like where ETH is right now. Right now, you should be looking at this and like, this is where I buy. This is where I shove. But I think so many people are anticipating some kind of imminent breakdown. Look, if you're expecting an imminent breakdown in ETH right now, you're expecting 25K Bitcoin. You're not getting 25K Bitcoin. It's not going to happen. Because if ETH breaks down here, it's going back to the lows, and Bitcoin's going back in the 20s.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, honestly.
Chem was saying that Say is up 70%. Man, I legit missed this one. Like I was saying, even on this show, right? I was saying that, and
My
I think
goodness.
it was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. And I was saying it looks like it really wants to go higher on H4. When I did not expect this upside, but I definitely missed the trade. I legit wanted to buy, and I just forgot it over the weekend, and then it ripped on Monday.
Check
Win
this
some,
out,
lose some.
guys.
Man, I this was one I have just not had on my radar, say, and all of a sudden the entire timeline came out of caves and started shilling the fact that they bought.
So common, man. So
What do you
common.
guys think about this, man? I mean, pretty similar.
Is it Beam Merit Circle?
Yes.
Oh man,
They're gonna pump the crap out
no
of it,
wonder
man.
they were able to pump it. They definitely wouldn't have been able to pump it on the old chart.
Yeah, but look at this, just ramp, just a nice ramp. Little
Look,
pullback.
say network's going to send. Just don't even think about it. Throw your net worth in and just wait for it to happen. That's
Yeah,
it.
you're just gonna get one of these candles. That's how that resolves, guys. Come on now. Isn't this like Pentoshi's gaming play or something?
He's an advisor, yeah.
Oh,
He's an advisor.
Advisor.
Giving
KOL,
information.
not
Yeah.
chiller at all.
sorry guys, I have to disclose I'm an advisor. I only own 79.99% of the supply.
Man, like what legit surprised me is how this cycle there has been so many new names for shilling, like KOLs. I'm not a shiller, guys. I'm KOL. I'm an advisor. I'm an advisor.
An
at this
opinion
project.
leader.
I only advise them on what to do and own 90% of the liquidity pool. All right, guys.
It's such a, I will say it's such a giveaway when people who never trade on chain are all of a sudden like, hey, here, buy this really low cap on chain ticker that I found, or that my friend found.
And then when somebody sees their wallet on there, they're like, oh, no, guys, I didn't create this. I'm an advisor.
I'm an advisor. Yeah.
I remember that ticker ETF. What's that doing right now? Probably not too hot.
Man, like the peak depression of the market was when legit people around my circle started to show me their own shit coins, like legit crap coins on chain, and they told me like, hey, this project has a utility and everything. And it's like,
utility.
Dude, stop it. Stop it.
Look,
is this real?
when somebody comes out and says this project has utility and doesn't come out and say, hey, this project helps out other projects through stacks and blah blah blah, when they just use the word utility, I'm like, oh, you're lying.
Listen, the utility of these projects is to transfer your money from your pocket into the owner's pocket. That's the utility.
It's to transfer your wealth to my wallet. But go
ahead. Thank C Sunk. I apologize, I probably read it wrong, but is asking if I can check Sui. Should have the same move as Say. Thank you very much. Love as always. Love it to you too. Can we check Sui? Can we check Sui? Yeah.
Actually, this is correct. I'm looking at it on Deck Screener right now. So sorry, that was a little late, but this is the
Is it-
ETF chart.
It's like like a gamble on application of ETF.
Yeah. What do we want, Sui?
Sui.
It's a habit.
It's a. It definitely looks like a range reclaim, and now the market is coiling up for higher. And it would not surprise me to see most of these charts. Like there's lots of charts in crypto right now that look like this, right? The moving average trend, whichever ones you use, has been broken here.
Mm-hmm.
The range has been reclaimed, and most are coiled up. And I think we will see a huge spike where like Sui goes to like $1.5. Maybe like it freaking surprises us and goes to like, I don't know, like $2-3, right? I have no idea. But 1.5 seems very realistic for many of these. And it really has to be probably due to ease really pumping the shit out of the market. And it will probably drag these with it. That's my take. Like hard to see different scenario for me right now. I do not know if there's something special about Sui though, except Sui. The Sui narrative.
I'm sure we could come up with some sort of fundamental reason why it's pumping.
Yeah. Look at all these projects that are rolling up on Sui ecosystem, man. And the utility. Oh my god. And the airdrops, man. There are airdrops on Sui. Get it on Sui now. Oh, I can see it.
Yeah, man. I don't really know much about Sui. It's another like modular L1, isn't it?
Is it? That's the narrative.
I know that right now the tech is bad though. Tech is bad for Sui. Okay.
Yeah, tech is bad. But
and when tech is bad, you gotta buy.
Above 0.75, tech is good again.
I would say above at least $1, $1.5. Then tech starts to be good.
Yeah, for sure.
And then $3. Oh my god, look at all these airdrops and look at the ecosystem. It's launching so many projects. Oh my god, I'm so sweet.
Man, these moving averages are probably out trading people, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a lot of these coins are very clearly just market makers destroying people, and then eventually the coin rips. Look at WorldCoin, man. Like how did that coiled in for 6 weeks before going vertical?
That's legit. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that's bad, man.
That's legit what I expect for Sui. Like legit this, and I didn't even see this chart before. And as you say, Tommy, it's just market makers selecting everyone, and then the trend is up, and suddenly boom, spike, new revolutionary tech, sell, repeat. We know how this goes.
That's what it'll do. Maybe a little more bull chop.
A lot of these L1s kind of look like that, but just ultimately bullish chop, benefiting spot holders, and oh man, perp traders looking for trends are just getting obliterated.
Boom.
TIA, perfect example.
Good tech, guys. Great tech right here.
Is it? Well, maybe it's time to sell then.
No.
Then bad tech. Then still bad tech.
Yeah, it's bad tech until 20. Yeah.
Now, TIA is a good tech, but it can, like right now, I think, but it can still go higher, right?
I can't believe the 4 hour, like, that's crazy. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Good.
What is the chat?
Rune. Check Rune, guys. Can you check Rune? This is legit the narrative that I was just like, remember guys yesterday how I was having a hard time with like Rune, Sol, and Link? And this is exactly what I meant by it. So the market bounced a lot and look, Rune did absolutely nothing. And I still can see that hard time frame pullback playing out here. Where like I could even see ETH running a lot, and yeah, maybe like Rune bounces back to like 6, maybe even 6.5 or something. But then like doesn't really do much, then does the hard time frame pullback with the market later on, and then it's about. But maybe yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just continues higher too. Like at some point, it's like stop fighting the trend, right? I mean, I'm not fighting the trend, but just thinking the higher time frame pullback should come here.
Yeah.
And Link and Sol.
It looks like FTM with the double bottom, only it didn't really spring out of that the same way.
It's gonna, guys.
I definitely think the number of altcoins that painted a similar double bottom pattern into another high makes me think that Bitcoin's probably going to do the same.
Can we entertain BTC? It looks really good, man. Gotta say, like when I look at, I mean, probably the all-time frames look pretty good.
I know. I'd like it to hold that 42.3, that kind of mid-range there. I think we go back up. That's what I was saying to our Giga Chat. I said if we reclaim this, we're gonna run these highs. I can almost guarantee it. So I would expect that before lower.
Lower?
No lower, right? No lower. Never lower.
You said you expect that before lower.
Yeah, like I'm saying, we're good. We should go higher before we go lower.
Gotcha.
Go, you know what I mean?
I missed that, bro. Sorry.
Let me illustrate. There you go.
Okay. Oh, good.
Ooh, look at the bounce, man. Let me just get rid of that.
We are missing Max to show the likes, man.
Oh, that's right. Tommy?
Where are we at right now?
I don't know.
You're not.
Look at the 100, man. Come on. Out trading everybody, probably. Honestly.
Man, like I understand that some people can complain about the like shilling, but it actually does work. Like whenever Max mentions it, like it definitely the loud like count definitely spikes higher, and then we have more viewers too. And you know, usually when Max keeps repeating it, we are at like, well, maybe not 1-to-1 ratio necessarily. Sometimes yes, but at least at like, you know, like maybe we have like 75% of like 3/4 of the likes or so. And
well, right now we're at 36 likes and we got 150 people listening. So I know we can do better than what we have.
That is illegal, guys. That should be illegal. That's not right.
I know we can do better than that, guys.
Wow. I might have to just turn the stream off, man. Wow.
The real rug.
The real rug.
Wait, what the fuck happened here, dude? A goddamn rug pull. Wait, what? Can you zoom in? What happened on the prank?
Wait, what? Oh, you're talking about this?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Dude, no. Every time Loop Ring does that, it's like over for a little bit. Like every time it has one of those nasty spikes, it pulls back extremely hard.
Yeah.
Look, guys, we're not doing any more audience tickers until we hit 60 likes. That's
what am I doing? We're getting out of here. We're going to Soul ETH, guys. This is what you're gonna look at now. What did I make him look at that one time? I think it was corn.
No, it was soybean.
Oh man.
And it was the minute chart or 1 second chart or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the 1 second soybean chart.
Yeah, you guys enjoy until we get the likes up, man. What is it? Is it not trading? Do I need to go 5 seconds?
We have fun here.
And I retweeted, as Champ is saying.
Oh, there we go. We're moving. Let's go ahead and make it cleaner. There you go, guys. You're welcome. Everybody's gonna leave. Everybody's leaving, man.
Where they put Haikanashi on soybean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the real alpha, guys, here.
So you can actually see it, yeah.
The 10-second soybean chart.
What are we at now? I don't want to leave this on for too long. Nobody's gonna watch this shit.
Actually, we have more viewers than we had previously.
Oh, they like the soybeans, huh?
They like the soybeans.
We're at
Smash
four.
the like.
Okay, guys.
We're at
Smash that like
42.
button.
Can
Smash
we
that
get the
like button.
can we get the Max meme rolling?
Oh, that's a good
You-
point.
You have those? You have the pictures?
No.
Okay,
I know you do.
I do. I'm gonna send them to you. Wait. Can I like repost a message? I probably can't.
All right, I can't look at the soybean chart anymore, man. I'm done.
Okay, so I'm gonna post them here for everyone.
Here we go.
You can pick the favorite.
Copy image. Boom. Oh my god, Jack. Yeah, okay, here, guys. This is what we need. Oh, a little smaller. There you go. Bring it to front. Yeah.
Don't forget, guys. Don't forget. He's coming for you.
Tucker, pull up Sol EUR on the 1 minute.
I gotta take a 3-minute pause, guys. 1 sec.
No, this is a real thing. I didn't know this was real. I guess there are Europeans exist. What? Yeah.
What's the Sol KRW chart look like, Tucker?
Is that a Korean won?
Yes.
I bet it's. Oh man, it's at 100. Sold to 100K, man. Look at that. Wow, 100K is a big level. It seems.
They're not ready for this alpha.
It got up to 315K. Wow. I'm still waiting, crying. I'm dead. Oh shoot, Evan Casey's demanding Mara. We have to. Wow, bro. All right, hang on. We got to look at this versus some like.
Mara's the kingmaker, bro. We already talked about it.
No, Mara's not the kingmaker.
It is literally the kingmaker.
Clean Spark is the kingmaker.
Clean Spark's the beta.
Sure. The kingmaker.
The beta that will never catch up.
No, what's this up? 210. Oh, you want to do this, Will? Do you really want to do this, Will? Do you really want to do this? Come on. There we go. All right, 225. Wow, I was scared. I was wrong for a minute there.
You were.
No.
Just keep watching.
Just keep watching. All right, so yeah, see, well, that shoulder is this shoulder. Mara's got more room to go, but Clean Spark has done better relatively low. This what are we even doing here?
Clean Spark's topped, bro. Indefinitely.
Mara, Clean Spark, looking pretty bearish, man. Looking distributed.
Mara, tons of room. Clean Spark sitting there trying to figure out what it wants to do with its life.
Look at this, man. Look at this. This is what you call a downtrend, brother. Boom.
Clean Spark's like, what kind of manipulation can I do to try and entice more money? And there's just none left.
Downtrend. You know where this goes, right? Well, boom, boom.
Up
boom,
only.
boom, boom. The Mara clean spark ratio is in distribution. Oh man, wait, is this real? Is this real? This can't be real actually, because
Yeah, we call that Mara.
That's CLSK looking really good.
hang on.
If it breaks out.
CLSK over Mara. So CLSK is $11. How much is Mara? 22. Okay, so that is right. Okay, yeah. So this, oh man, Will, if this was a random altcoin on BNB chain, you would be aping. Don't even lie to me right now. Don't even front.
That's why I'm involved with Mara.
No, this is Clean Spark divided by Mara.
Oh man, Clean Spark's just a distraction.
Bro, you know what happens here, Will.
It's the distraction from value.
You get a chance to buy the Clean Spark Mara ratio right here, brother. What are we even talking about right now? Wow.
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 Right, Jackus? Confirm my bias here.
Oh, what is that? What is Mara?
Mara is some terrible company that doesn't know how to mine.
Mara's
Bitcoin,
the future
really.
of finance. That is not Clean Spark.
Okay. Well, it's a clean accumulation. It's like every freaking chart in crypto before the rip. So pretty clean buy.
Pretty clean buy, exactly. Look at the ratio, Jesus Christ. Where did it go? 43. Yeah.
I know a friend, he's called Mara.
What's this? What's Evan Casey saying? Long it.
Long it.
Long
is it a Bitcoin miner, Mara?
Evan Casey knows, man. He knows the future of finance.
Did you take profit on your haram coins, Anon?
Haram.
Oh man. The answer is no. I'm kidding. This is an interesting line, Jackus. I want you to look at this line and give your honest opinion. What do we think about this line, man?
It's not really that precise, to be honest.
It's not that precise, but you know, we got. I don't know. Maybe we need to put in a fourth test, and you know what happens then.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do agree with this. Goes well with the horizontals too. I think if you're gonna use this line and use just these two lows that's ahead of you, you will see that we have already broken it. Just these two marked highs, if you're gonna make the Takernacci line there.
I mean, yeah, we've got like
the trend line, yeah. This is a horizontal. Yeah. But
I
if
mean,
you're
we
gonna
broke, right? Like we broke it and barted, which is exactly what we did back here. Oh, can you imagine? Imagine the smell. Oh man,
the smell would not be good.
I don't even want to do it, but I'm gonna do it.
Imagine the smell.
I mean,
oh no.
I mean, it's already so frustrating that ETH is not running yet, and we know it's going to, right? So that alone is pretty annoying, and I'm not sure like how much more annoying they need to make it though.
Yeah. Oh no, guys. Is it over? Oh, 1950. That's not bad. I'll take it. No, I don't think that happens, honestly.
Just perpetual performance until the Bitcoin ETF narrative is done.
Yeah, basically. Like this would be like Bitcoin ETF gets approved, nuke right here, and then this probably like would do that. Right.
I love what Love and Win is saying. Sell all your E's, guys, so that we can finally have a god candle to the ups.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think this happens, but I'm gonna save it anyways in case it does. Just in case.
In case it does, I told you so.
I told you so in case it does, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
But if it doesn't happen, we pretend it never did.
It's
Yeah.
you have all these layer ones that are basically having bull cycles before ETH is moving.
Mhm.
I'm
Yep.
surprised by that for sure.
Mara is about to outpace the entire Bitcoin mining market
Will.
put together.
Let's be reasonable.
Prometheus
Let's
wouldn't
be
like to hear
reasonable.
that.
I think I'm being modest here. Okay.
You know, this is kind of an interesting thing, actually. Not this.
Yeah, you see it. You see it. Oh,
Right? Like that would be. And where would the shoulder be, man? I mean, that would be the shoulder. This is probably like 2,500, maybe. Maybe this is 3,600, though. I don't know. You guys see it, though. You guys see it. Let's just play around with it. Why not? Oh, man, this is going to take some massaging.
That's going to take a lot of massaging, man.
Oh, I'm quick with it, Tommy. I'm quick with it.
Oh my god.
Will, just sit back and enjoy the show.
Tucker's
Oh,
like-
guys. Wow.
Printed.
Wow. I mean, this would say like 1850 first, but goodness gracious. Goodness.
Wow, that actually lines up pretty cleanly.
It does.
When does that have it going up? Out of curiosity.
Bottom in March, top out here in June, really peak out in January 2025 as a sweep.
But you were asking when is the halving, Tommy?
No,
What does that mean? Oh, okay.
There's the halving.
That's funny. ETH goes parabolic right after the halving.
And then tops out as a sweep of the high, and then it just goes down only. Can you imagine?
I can imagine. Now I need to see it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just plotting some on-chain.
BNB looks like it's going to liquidate some shorts too. I mean, for how much long? Like 255 level is the new 220, it seems.
Well, the fact that Coinbase is catching this bid this morning is very suspicious to me.
It's kind of a fat bid.
It's very suspicious. For as far as like, I would be concerned if I were in shorts and I saw Coinbase catching that sort of bid with the coins down on the morning. Be wondering why that is.
Mm-hmm.
Insiders.
Brian Armstrong just
you know what the trick is to that, Tommy? You don't have to wonder if you're already in.
It's true. I don't have to wonder.
It's very true.
I'm if they announce an ETF approval this week, I will be a very, very happy man. Let me just say that.
My God, it would be insane. I mean, we all will be, but you especially will be.
Coinbase is a great company.
Strong fundamentals.
As long as you hold it, right?
As long as it's going up, it's a great company.
He's like, as long as it's in my portfolio, it's an amazing company.
Yeah, it was bad company, good company. Simple.
Bad company being anything not in his portfolio.
Yes.
As is tradition.
That's tradition.
If Bitcoin starts moving up, though, Coinbase is going to send intraday, given the strength. So that's something to watch out for.
Do we think Bitcoin's going to move up intraday?
I kind of do, kind of don't. I don't know. I'm going to need to see strength before I just blindly call for it. But
yeah, check the old 5-minute chart.
Somebody on Coinbase is bidding.
Yeah,
I think I have a guess on who that might be.
Is it Will?
MicroStrategy has
Is it
acquired
Will?
an additional 1 billion bitcoins.
Will's coming for your stops.
I need liquidity, that's all.
I need liquidity. Jackus, how many likes is it going to take for you to drop the alpha, brother?
150.
150, Jackus.
Wow.
That is greedy.
The last time we were running the show, it went to 135. We got very close, but not to 150.
Well, we're at 59 right now, so you guys are going to have to really up your game if you want some Jackus alpha.
Yeah, by a lot. By a lot. Well,
We will need to pump that shit up.
yeah.
Cheap Sailor Max bidding. Probably, honestly. Probably.
Yeah, he probably is. Yeah.
Heli Lolo got it right.
Someone from BB twapping, as Will would say.
Well, it's a twop.
I know, Jackus. I'm aware. Some people on the panel are not aware.
But I love that meme. Like, do you know that meme from Star Wars, right? It's a trap.
Yes.
Oh, it's a trap. Yeah.
So it's a twap.
It's a twap.
I love that.
And we got to put Dr. Outlook's face on the meme.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a twap. So funny. I don't know why I find it so funny, but it's so funny.
PayPal, man, this is going to be such a killer trade.
I know.
Yes.
What are we even talking about here, guys?
Haikanashi.
Haikanashi is the way, Jackus.
Takanachi and Haikanashi.
Yes.
What a combo.
It's the bouncing ball, right, Jackus?
Yeah, and then exactly. The bounces get smaller and smaller and smaller, and then suddenly there is this fuck you upside.
Mm-hmm.
Robsy, perfect comment.
I capitulated and liked the video. Yeah.
It's a great word of wisdom for everybody who's watching this stream today.
I cannot take it any longer. I'm such a sideliner. I need to start buying in and press the like button. That's what you do. You capitulate the sideline and press the like. Need alpha.
Need alpha on Tau. This is BitTensor, Jackus. One of my bigger fumbles. Tommy and I's bigger fumbles.
We're not going to talk about that, man.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it.
I had no idea what's BitTensor.
It's Tau. It's an AI thing.
Oh, it's Tau. Oh yeah. Oh, I heard about that one. Yeah.
What do you think about the chart?
Nice pump.
Nice pump. Nice pump. Where next?
No idea. What I've noticed is that there is lots of these coins that CT has been talking about, and the moment they start talking about them, they stop producing the results. It's like, people talk a lot about Rollbit. What's Rollbit doing the past weeks? Okay, people talked about like many of these other ones, like 0x0, I think, Tao and others, and all are stopping now. I mean, they got an insane upside, right? I'm just saying, like, the moment CT starts talking about these a lot, they unfortunately stop producing the results.
Very true.
Ooh. Soul phone users getting another airdrop, guys. You know you could hit me on my soul phone.
Bro, I don't care how much they give them. It's not worth.
What do you mean them? You mean us, Will? You mean us?
The people that have the soul phone.
What do you mean it's not worth it? The bonk one paid for the phone twice over, so it's free.
Bonk.
No, what I'm saying is like I'm just not wanting to like get a
Hey,
new phone.
people,
and do all
people, people that bought the cell phone got airdropped bonk, just like that,
Bonk. And
and you were not required to hold soul.
No.
Just buy.
You buy the phone. You buy the phone. You claim an NFT, right? The Genesis thing. You just claim it, and it's yours. And then you claim your bonk.
I see. That's.
And they just airdrop something else to them also. Access protocol.
That's awesome Pumpanomics.
It is. It is. I didn't even know. I literally bought a soul phone for the culture like a week before. A week before everybody was like, "Oh my god, there's bonk on it." I didn't even know there was bonk on it. I was just like, I'm literally just gonna buy this. I'm gonna use it on Wi-Fi, not pay for service, and just use it for like soul DeFi farming or whatever. And and then a week later, everybody's like, "Oh my god, there's bonk on it." And I was like, "Wait, there's bonk on it?" And I just went and sold the bonk immediately.
That's not.
Whenever you guys say bonk, I legit imagine bonk. Like bong.
Oh, yes. Yes. What is bonk? Dude, I haven't looked at the bonk chart in like a while. Good Lord in heaven.
Bonk and distribution. Maybe.
Bonk clearly distributed. Yeah, maybe.
Ouch.
Oh yeah.
Our boy will not close his longs though, huh?
His $12 million long.
Fool. Take half, bro. What are we even talking about? Take half. Are you silly? Like what? What kind of mindset is that? I understand like the diamond hand thing, but like, dude, you gotta take half, bro. If you make life-changing money change your life, period, it's not worth it.
Yeah. Good point.
Do you guys think? Oh wait, I think we already probably went over that actually, JK. Just that Sui looks like Say before Say went parabolic. Parabolic's the wrong word. It hasn't gone parabolic yet, but
Sui looks like Say
a little bit before it went up vertically.
What are we on here? Daily.
Worse to trade for sure.
I mean,
definitely worse to trade.
You could say.
What? You could say
right here.
You could
maybe?
say. Tucker. You could say.
I caught on eventually. You could say you're right here, probably, maybe. I don't know. No, I think Beam, man. Beam looks way more like Say.
I love you too, Joseph. Hey guys.
I think Beam looks way more like Say, man. My magnet's on. I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? Easy. Easy dip to bid. All right, I'm gonna go grab some more coffee. Tommy, you take over for a second.
Wait. I'm sharing a chart now. I'm gonna share a little bit of alpha.
Only share some of the alpha because they didn't hit the like quota. Can't share all.
Yeah. Just something we talked about yesterday, right? It was, I do not actually remember what was it. What was the coin? What was the coin? I think it was Link, right? That we talked about. We talked about this, yeah. Where I was like, you remember how I was creating the bias, and I was like, I think we probably like I cannot help it, but I think that Link comes back down, takes this low, and then runs higher while front running this. So today I've seen legit the same play out on auction. Like legit, this is exactly what I talked about. So they come back at some point to the support, bounce from it, and make like shitty PA, make people jump in, and then anyone that was buying this support or even here, right? So anyone that was buying this entire time, and then the support, and then the sweep, had their stops here. They take the stops and then they fucking pump it, right? While front running this the big support, right? So they take the stops from this support and front running this one. And this is legit without seeing this, guys. This is what I yesterday was sharing that they probably like. I cannot help it. I'm still very bullish on ETH and BTC, but when I look at these charts like Link, Rune, Sol, I just am feeling it should make a pullback and like some fuckery, they come to the support, right? And maybe some more fuckery, I do not know. At some point, they're gonna take it here. They're gonna front run the big support, and then this. Legit what we discussed yesterday. So here you see a template, how it can be played out. I notice how this is a H1 time frame. This is a daily, but price is fractal and it works everywhere. So like you do not need to compare the same time frames in that regard as for the as far as fractal goes. Still cannot help but think, yeah, this happens.
I would say that's about my bias on Link as well.
Yeah, and look at this ugly loss of this cluster of this support, right? It's a market structure break, retest, rejection. We come back to it maybe one more time here though. We reject again. Pretend we are support bouncing, make them FOMO in right here. That's this push. Like, yeah, buying, this is going to Valhalla. Look at all these highs, right? Look at all these highs. I'm freaking buying. So you buy here. You buy here on this. Like, this is how it goes in, guys, this is how it goes in real time. You see this, right? And you're absolutely, like maybe you wanted to buy even, here, you get front run slightly, and then it bumps you and you're like, oh my God, this is pulling back. I'm buying here and it's going to fucking Valhalla. Tweets everywhere on their timeline. Buy coin shit right here. This is your buy. So it comes, you buy. Yeah, it's a little bit lower, no big deal. I can wait the drawdown, right? I'm on H1 time frame, that's the best one. Obviously, there's irony. So yeah, it goes deeper. Here's like, okay, never mind. I'm gonna pull the fibs, right? Okay, let's go. Okay, 61. The golden zone just hit. No worries, man. My money is with the big firms. They will pump it, right? And then all good. See, we just need to. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, this was just a sweep. I'm gonna hold. I'm not selling anything. This is just a sweep. We just retested the support. Still good. Nothing bad is happening, right? Yeah. We just needed to cool off, man. And then, oh fuck this, man. Right? Like here you are very hopeful. This was your buy. You didn't sell this low, and then it like you actually have to spend some time here, and then it freaking dumps once again. And then if you're not selling here, right, you are definitely selling below here, man. And then what probably happens when you're trading down here is like, okay, I'm gonna sell and I'm gonna rebuy, this big support. At least I'm gonna get something out of it. So you probably bought here, you sell here, and then what happens? Fuck you, fuck, you fucking. I'm smashing this keyboard, man. How did they not, get me filled here? So you sold here because you thought it's going to at least like you're gonna save this little bit, right? And it's always the same psychology in the market. It's like this is totally not different from people hold like buying BTC like whatever around this box, right? This is where absolute majority got inside of here, and then it bounces lower, and then like here, you probably sold everything with the fact that everyone promised you 14, 12K, 10K. So you are
I feel
probably
like
selling,
you're bugging my house, Jackus.
bugging your house. What do you mean, Will?
Because you're basically repeating exactly what I say every time the market comes down to my price where I want to enter. Not just-
Yeah.
So many people get lost on the sauce, man, in these moves. It's not even funny. Like they tend to forget the market doesn't owe you anything. It doesn't have to give you anything, right? And if you take the market for granted, aka expecting it to always come to your price zone, eventually it's just going to stop happening. And then at a certain point, you're going to be forced in at much higher prices because you keep on trying to trade a market that's very easy to just buy and hold at this point. That's where a lot of people
Yep.
are getting wrecked right now. A lot of people are
Yeah.
getting wrecked because they don't have patience, man. They don't have patience. They want the money now, and the only thing they're going to get right now is higher prices. That's it.
Well, it's legit making you FOMO higher, guys. Gotta deal with it. When like legit here, I can imagine so many people selling just so that they can buy like slightly lower, right? I see this. This is legit what happened to most people that stayed all the way down. They sold here, fucking rejection, right? We are going down. We are going to 12K. 12K was promised. Everyone promised me 12K. So I'm gonna buy here, I'm
Remember the
gonna
spaces, Jackus, where everybody's saying, "Why would you buy here when you could buy at 12K?" Yeah,
but,
that ended
but
really well.
why would you buy here when you can buy 100% high? Why would you buy here if you can buy above all-time highs, man? I don't get it. Like,
Yeah, dude, why don't you just wait for all-time highs before you buy, guys? Come on. Why are we being so ridiculous in here?
yeah. Yeah, no,
Like,
I feel like I feel the people, right? Because I fell victim to the same things. That's why we guys talk about this stuff, and we try to like we make a little bit fun of it because we've been there ourselves. So we make partially fun of us too, but we also make fun of all the pretenders on around social media, right? That just claim like 12K is coming, 12K is next. I'm not selling, short and strong, and blah 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 blah. And then what it happens is leaves you absolutely wrecked.
well, you get the "I'm not selling," which makes sense right now, and that didn't make sense in 2022. And then you get the "I'm not buying,"
I
which
meant I'm
is
not buying.
yeah, and now everybody's like, "Oh, I'm not buying," right? And it's like, what? Like, first it's "I'm not selling," now it's "I'm not buying." Like, it just blows my mind how people get so psyoped in these moves. That like it's mental gymnastics, but you're playing the mental gymnastics with yourself, right? It's nobody's playing with you. Nobody's in the room present with you. You think there is, but nobody's in there but you. That's it. You're the only one playing mental gymnastics with yourself. Like so many people, they think they're some kind of like marketing genius Like, oh yeah, I know exactly what's going on, blah 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 blah. When in reality, like you can tell they don't know what's going on because they've been sitting sidelines since the beginning of 2023. And if you knew what was going on, you would have played some of the upside at minimum. At minimum. So yeah, like some people can be helped, other people will they'll remain continuing to be observers. This is basically it, right? They're gonna observe the market, and once we break all time high, it's time to get in, right? It's that famous meme where the guy's like, hold,
Oh,
God.
buy. It's everybody all in at once at all time
man,
high.
I legit made this meme on the life price. Like I was trying to tell people like with the meme. One sec.
Steady, steady, not yet, not yet. The second it breaks all time high, buy the speculation. Don't buy the lower prices.
A wise man once said one of the best places to buy is an all-time high break.
There you go.
He blew
There you
up,
go.
but he blew up.
He blew up.
Uh,
Did his name start with a C and end with an O?
No, it started with a Z.
just
Oh.
just logic like this, guys. Price dumps. Wait. Price dumps more. Wait. Buy. This
All in at
this
once.
this the thing is that it's not really people are still like thinking this has to pull back.
Well, here's a strategy, right? I'm just gonna throw it out there. I feel like many don't understand it. Well, yes, that was the sigh. Once you once you devalue an asset in the ranges of like 50% plus to the downside, I would arguably say, and this is not FA, right? It's not, or yeah, and financial advice. I would arguably say you can start taking positions, and yes, you're catching a falling knife, but if you're DCAing for long term positions, if you're at a negative 50% plus, look at the market historically, right? Historically, especially something like SPY, for instance, right? It's up only. So even though you've taken a position on a falling knife, you're taking a position within a really good value range, right? Even if it were to drop another 50%, you're still you're positioning. You're not going all in. You're not going all in. You're just taking positions on the drop as it's dropping. Um, Now, granted, you have to sell and realize profit to be able to do that, which not everybody does. Um, or you have to have money ready to go to deploy and use that money to do that. But like so many people wanted to psyop themselves when Bitcoin went down 2/3 of its price. 2/3. Just do the math. Do the math, right? 2/3. So if we broke that up into percentages at 33%, 33%, 33%, point something, blah, blah, blah. The point being that I'm trying to get to is that Bitcoin was down 66%, essentially, right? From all time highs. So if you do the math on that, is that value to you? And then something that I brought up to Max, and I talk about it on the regular, was I was like, Max, I was like, if we were in 2021, and I'm sure Tommy and Tucker and all these other guys, they would probably have a similar thought. And I told you Bitcoin was going to 15K, right? Bitcoin was going to 20K. Bitcoin's going to 25K, and we were just at 70. Would you not kill for that opportunity? And so many people, I can tell you, if you've been in this market, would have said yes. They would have absolutely said yes. And nobody wanted to bid it.
Mhm.
Nobody wanted a piece of that pie once it got there. right? They wanted lower. You guys call Jackus greedy. I call all market participants who didn't want to bid 15 to 25K greedy. Extremely greedy.
Good
You were
point.
3K from target at the low. Like, you got to understand that. You were 3K from target. Why the hell is it going back to 12K? That's all I want to know, you know? Like,
I think my favorite was not the people who were like just blindly doomerish or, you know, had a thesis for being doomers, but the people who had, it's like you said, Will, they had a target of 12K and they weren't willing to buy any at 15 to 16K. That to me is like much worse than anything, because it from a risk reward standpoint, what sense does that make? Right? Like, you're afraid of a drawdown of probably 20% on your capital max. You know, if you're looking at 12K and you think that Bitcoin can be probably, I mean, I'm assuming people buying down there are looking for six-figure Bitcoin. So I think that to me was always the worst from like a risk reward standpoint. That never made any sense. Like, if you're bearish but only expecting 12K and you didn't buy any Bitcoin at 15 to 16K, what sense does that make? You're it's like you said, you are being very picky at that point.
yeah, I mean, and I point this out because I think not enough people take this into account and like think about it, right? So many people they just want to target something and expect it to go there. I mean, I even told people, look, in 20, I'll come out and say in 2021, my anticipated price was 14 something. We hit 15. So I started buying. Like, it's just how it works. Like, once you see the hit and the bounce, you don't have to hit your price target on the money. In most cases, you're going to be off. Either it's going to blow through your price, or it's going to be above where you anticipated price to go. And Tommy, you know that from a trading standpoint.
My guess, I didn't have like a specific price target, but I remember speaking with somebody and saying that people would probably think it's over if for the first time ever you deviate the previous all-time high to the downside and get a reclaim. And we got the reclaim. And of course, I forgot that I said that at the time. It probably would have shifted my high time frame bias a little bit more. But I've always thought that was really funny. Guys, we do have a super chat from Remy the Whippet. Thank you, Remy, so much. Your support means a lot to us. Let's take a look at the ticker, Arkham. It does look good. I had a friend actually that bought into this yesterday. It's the whole surveillance. I'm saying the word wrong. But like a police state type of narrative from what I've heard. But I think there are a lot of coins in that basket that can pump, right? That's kind of like right up the world coin alley, all that good stuff. Let's look at the chart.
Yeah, so I already got it pulled up. I already put it next to Say, man. It kind of looks like it. I'm not gonna lie. But if we just want to look at this, like, I don't know. I mean, you broke your downtrend, right? Down. You know, I mean, I think you got to stay bullish until proven otherwise. We want to look at like targets. Let's just do some 1618 action, you know. Let's do this. What's happening? There we go. Take that off. Reverse. 92. Not bad. Not bad. Where's that? Where's that? There's where I'd look for targets, guys. It likes these levels. So what do we got? 50% to the first target. 115. 180. So I don't know. I mean, I think it looks good. I'm sure the moving averages look good. Yeah.
Can you scale in on the 1 hour, please?
1 hour?
No. Yeah.
Let's get rid of these.
A little
There's
bit
your-
more.
I'm going to give you guys a little bit of life advice.
Okay. Waiting for slightly lower.
Yeah.
Never buy anything that look like Twitter. That's life
That look
advice.
like Twitter.
You need to explain yourself more.
Yeah, you do.
Pull up the Twitter chart. It's still on there.
Wait, what? Twitter? Don't
Put it
buy
on the
anything.
monthly, zoom out. Zoom out. Put it on monthly. Never buy anything that looks like that. It's trash.
I mean, yeah.
Twitter was never going to leave that range. It was never going to leave that range.
You don't think so?
Nope.
You don't think if
Absolutely
it
not.
stayed? You don't think if Elon bought it and if he became a majority shareholder and they kept it public, you don't
I'm
think
not
it would
talking
have left
about.
that range?
I'm not talking about Elon. I'm talking about pre-Elon. Twitter was never going to leave that range. They were hemorrhaging money, and they had political bias, a lot of other weird shit going on, like indoors. Like they had so much shit that they shouldn't have been doing as a media company, essentially, and or network, that price would have never appreciated, in my opinion. That's its entirety of its lifespan. Look at it. It's never left that range. If you bought Twitter on initial, you were underwater the entire time. Never came out of it.
Looks a lot like a minor stock.
What does Twitter?
Yeah. Just the way that it pumped and then like retraced almost the entire thing to the point of origin.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much a Bitcoin miner thing to do.
Yeah, that's
Well,
real.
Twitter's not viable anymore. But I'm talking about prior to that. Like I know a lot of people would look at it right now and they're like, "Oh, it looks really good. This would be the place to buy." It's actually private now since Elon bought it. But
Man.
trust me, like I watched Twitter for years. It was never going to leave that range. Like I don't know if it was like basically the company dumping stocks or what it was, but anytime it would come up close to those high end ranges, they would immediately just start dumping it back down. You could trade Twitter,
Yeah.
you just didn't want to hold Twitter. That was the thing.
Do or die, a little bit. Low time frame, do or die.
Yeah,
Like-
you really don't want to lose 42K.
Yeah.
But if you scroll out on that one that you're on right there, that one that he requested, scroll out on that, put it on a monthly. I know everybody hates that, all right, but you got
Well,
to
it
do it.
hasn't even.
You have to
That's
do it.
bullshit.
Okay. No. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it. No, that looks good. Look, you got that wick up there. It looks like it's trying to run for it. So I'd say it'd run for that wick.
Yeah, even the weekly looks pretty good.
Yeah, I wanted to see that monthly because I wanted to see what it was swinging for. That wick looks really good.
Yeah.
The ultimate Fed coin.
Is this a Fed coin?
Arkham? Yes. They don't make a more Fed coin than that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean you remember what Arkham is? It's the wallet tracking software.
Well,
Yeah.
Champs,
Oh, yeah.
Champs, actually, from what I was looking at on the books, I see Champs said that Twitter had a lot of Asian money. They might have, but I think they had more Saudi money. There were massive Saudi holders in Twitter, man. Like really big players that had massive positions in that company. They were actually the ones fighting the acquisition. They didn't want Twitter to be acquired, but it ended up happening anyways through force. Well, the problem with the problem with Twitter was the competition between Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It was difficult to like you had like a three-way split going on when it came to attention, and so none of them could really leave their price ranges. They were all kind of like based within that price range. Whereas like now that Twitter pretty much is like a private entity, that allows those market participants that were in Twitter to now buy other things, and that's going to push the price of things like Meta, Instagram, so on and so forth, which is going to go back to Facebook Meta, which is why Meta is gonna actually do pretty well, in my opinion, because all the previous buyers or holders of Twitter are going to now look for somewhere else to put that money, and obviously they're invested in that type of tech, so I would think that would go to Meta.
Damn, are we about to see altcoins flush right here?
I mean, if Bitcoin loses this level, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know that I think it will. It does look pretty terrible. I actually just read a report, guys, that Celsius they sold about 243 million worth of ETH over the past 30 days. That they originally were not supposed to liquidate into cash, but they are anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I would actually take that as more bullish than bearish, to be honest with you, Tommy, even though that sounds horrible, because they're basically offloading all their sell pressure, right? And eventually that sell pressure will subside, and when that subsides, I think ETH will absolutely rip.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I
You would
don't
think
really think ETH should sweep these lows again, man. I don't think there's a need to. I don't know why. We'll see.
you would hope for ETH's sake that it can finally rip, but maybe not.
Mhm.
Tommy, I'll tell you, like, I think we are in the bubble, if you know what I mean. Like, we're in the end of 2021. ETH is going to absolutely tear at some point, and then we'll get a nice little cool down phase going into the halving, I think. And then after that, we'll probably trade sideways and then rip again. Like, I think this is 2021 end. We're just waiting for ETH to pop the hell off, and then everything else will send.
You see that, Will? ETH is the ops coin.
The ops coin.
Are you sure he wasn't talking about Arkham?
Oh, well, it might be talking about Arkham, but they're both ops as
I know.
far as I'm concerned.
So, Robert, just so you know, like, man, it's a hard discussion. I feel like I always explain it. Consistently, I'll give you the kind of dumbed down version on why ETH will rip. ETH is like the original beta of beta, right? It's the original. So it kind of created the roads and bridges for a lot of these chains and a lot of things on chain. And so a lot of people see value in what is going on ETH. And to transact on ETH, you need ETH, right? So if you want to buy one of these shit coins or you want to buy anything on the Ethereum network, you have to own Ethereum. Even Base, you have to use Ethereum, right? Most of these layer twos, you have to use Ethereum. Arbitrum, you use Ethereum still for gas. So because Ethereum is utilized so much for transactions and so on and so forth, you actually see a big influx into networks through their native token, their gas token, that will cause price to really surge. And that initial price will then cause that asset to pump and then dump. But the dump is just the liquidity going from that Ethereum into all of the beta on chain that exists on Ethereum, right? So the dump is actually it's like a wave, right? You get a tsunami. The tsunami comes in, hits the shoreline, and then kind of flattens out. And that's what it'll do essentially with Ethereum. Is Ethereum will come in with like a tsunami. It'll look like a massive wave. Everybody will tell you how Ethereum's the play, and then you'll see it flatten out into all the altcoins. And then the beta will run. And then once that beta runs, you'll see that liquidity run right back to Bitcoin again, pushing Bitcoin even higher. Like, the bull run's just getting started, guys. Like, the people haven't even seen the real thrust of the bull run. Like, if you were here in previous cycles, 2017, 2016, 2020, 2021, like, how these markets move, and they thrust really hard once they get momentum. So it's influx of liquidity that just kind of ripples through the entire space. But the initial ripple has to happen through the layers, whether that be layer ones, layer twos, so on and so forth, and then it pulls into higher beta and then pulls back right back into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the ultimate trap, right? It's the trap card. So everything flows through everything else and then always comes back to the trap card. Everybody fades it, and then they all chase it. That's just how this market works.
Oh man.
Guys, I gotta go. This was a lovely stream.
See you,
All
Jagus.
good.
See ya. Have
See you,
fun.
bro.
See you, Takis.
We can probably look to wrap things up here. We got somebody saying hi. Highlight. Light of Crypto says hi. Highlight. Let's see how many likes we got. If it's a sufficient amount, maybe we have one or two more audience charts. It's only 80 likes, guys. At one point, we had 140 of you in here, 150 of you. If there are any of you still in here that have not hit like on this stream yet, it would mean a whole lot to us if you could do that. We'll probably give it a few more minutes here, and then we'll look to wrap things up, though.
Well, let me drop one more gem real quick. If we can get the light button up a little bit more, I'll drop one more.
I want to see you cook, Will.
All right. I'll give it to you guys anyways, just because I'm feeling generous today. Although Max will come back at me later on for this because you guys are not hitting the like button. So if you don't want me to get yelled at, then I would suggest hitting the like button. If you do, then go ahead and don't hit the like button, and I'll probably get yelled at. But anyways, the point that I wanted to get to, and this is why I think Polygon has legs, right? Every layer 2 that I've named, what do they use for their gas fees? They use Ethereum, right? What is the one layer 2 that uses its own native token for gas fees? It's Polygon. This is why Polygon specifically has legs over every other L2 as far as price action goes. Like ARB token, all stuff like that, like ARB is great, but unless ARB is using ARB as their gas token, where are you really going to get the momentum, right? Now, granted, there will be fees, and those fees will go back into ARB token that'll create liquidity based on transactions, yada, yada, yada. I get all that, right? Just like Uniswap, everybody's like, where's the liquidity come from? It comes from transactions. It's just like, look, if you swipe a credit card at the store, right? You swipe a credit card at the store. Who's paying the credit card? Who's paying the percentage, the APR? You are, right? So, or APY. So if your APY is or APR or whatever is roughly 29.99 and you carry a balance, you're paying the credit card company. Every time you swipe at a store, the store takes a hit on a percentage of that transaction when you use a credit card versus a debit card, right? So credit cards are making money hand over fist. Where does that liquidity go? It goes back to the credit card company. What does that liquidity do? It goes to the COOs and CEOs' pockets to make them richer, but it also goes into funding the company and making it basically work, paying for the employees, paying for paperwork, all that stuff like that. When you go on Uniswap, right, and you make a transaction and there's a gas fee, part of that fee goes to Ethereum, right? The burn, yada, yada, all that stuff. Part of that fee goes to Uniswap. Uniswap then takes that transaction fee that they've taken from you, they pay themselves, and they add some to the liquidity pool. So once momentum starts moving on these swaps, you're going to essentially see more and more momentum, call it friction, right? And the higher friction gets, the more liquidity that Uniswap will get, the more you'll see Uniswap tokens start to pump, the more you'll see fees start to increase, and so on and so forth. So like when people ask where does the liquidity come from, it comes from transactions, right? Same thing with ARB, same thing with all these chains. Even though they don't use their native token for gas fees, their fees are based on the network. The network is charging you to transact. That transaction is then going back into the liquidity pool and pushing liquidity higher, right? And as long as the buy side is higher than the sell side, you can create momentum. That's all it is. That's a lot to think about. But like I'm just trying to tell you guys, like when you fade things, you fade them on the dumbest reasons, right? You fade them because you're like, where's the liquidity going to come from? It comes from, think of it again as friction, right? The more people that come in, the more friction there is. AKA, the more liquidity, the more fees they can charge, the more they can push price up. You just need price to exceed, or you need buy side to exceed sell side. That's all you need to create momentum. Once buy side basically exceeds sell side, you are now in an uptrend. That's what we call momentum. That's what we call volume. That's what we call, trend changing and so on and so forth, or reversals. This is what you look for when you're looking at a market and you're like, okay, where's the money? Where do I buy? You buy when momentum favors buy side over sell side. I'll leave it at that.
No, thanks, Will. I think you're absolutely right as far as, L2s on ETH and how they accrue their value. But I am going to be honest with you. I will play some Matic shit coins, but I will not buy Matic. I will not buy Matic.
I buy beta of Matic. I'm just pointing that out, but I was just telling you how it works.
For sure. You know my my personal and special relationship with Matic and Sandeep at this point. But yeah, guys, been going for about an hour and a half today. We did hit 85 likes, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. It's definitely more than we were doing a few months ago, but I know we had more viewers in the stream than that, and I know you guys can do better than that. Matt, we'll get Max back tomorrow. He'll bug you guys for likes, and we'll put that number up. But felt like we had a great show. I hope everybody's had a fantastic Tuesday. Like we were saying yesterday at the beginning of the week, we are no longer running that absolute steal of a deal with the GigaChad membership. But we will continue dropping alpha on the daily and on every time frame. The GigaChad membership is going to be a lot more valuable here in a few months, guys. Not to give anything away or too much away regarding the Because Bitcoin terminal, but it's going to be a very useful tool, and we're really excited to be able to roll that out for you guys here coming into the having a word vomit here. And we're very excited to potentially unveil it here coming into a bull cycle. But thank you guys again so much for watching today as we start our week. Like I said yesterday, Bitcoin continuing to give us a very interesting framework to work through, pumping on a Monday and now retracing on a Tuesday. Very much, at least we got getting good volatility, right? But yeah, no, equities, of course, ripping as they have been. But make sure to tune in for Market Talk with King Wabi at 4:15, 4:30 Eastern Time for commentary and engaging discussion on all things financial markets. They do a great job on that show. Sometimes timing will be a little bit delayed after that, just because we have a call with our GigaChads in the afternoon. But nothing too much from that regard. But that's all from us, guys. Happy Tuesday. We hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great rest of your week and a great rest of your day. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow, and thanks again.